Stunting is a major problem in Indonesia with an incidence of 21.6% and a total of 20,435 children in 2021. It's still far to achieve the target of 14% in 2024 according to the National Medium-Term Development Plan. Low maternal weight, lack of maternal education, severe food insecurity, lack of access to adequate nutrition, non-exclusive breastfeeding and infections are correlated with early childhood stunting. We have to construct a plan to eradicate stunting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Putri Chalya Firjatu from Faculty of Medicine, Universitas Sumatera Utara, and my plan is reducing stunting through adequate intake of tomori porridge, a combination of tofu dregs and moringa leaves to achieve the first and second Sustainable Development Goals. The nutrition on the first 1,000 days of life is essential for the cognitive and motoric growth as well as social ability. Inadequate quality and quantity of feeding during the first 1,000 days of life may lead to stunting. Stunting is a short or severe short body condition that doesn't match their age, particularly 2 standard deviations below the World Health Organization child growth standard. Stunting can decrease the neurodevelopment and cause cognitive function disorders. In addition, children with stunting have a high risk of chronic disease in the future. The vulnerability to chronic disease of stunted children can cause an increased family economic expenses for the treatment cost, resulting in increased state funding. These economic issues therefore lead to poverty as well as an increased national poverty rate. Additionally, the increased level of poverty is also due to the cognitive disabilities of stunted children who cannot complete their education or are being dropped out because the family is low economic, therefore making them difficult to get a job. Applicable solutions are needed to overcome this problem. One of the solutions is by providing food that is available in numerous amounts and has high nutrition for the children. Tofu is made from soybeans, which is often consumed in Indonesia. The process of making tofu will produce a byproduct. A solid byproduct of tofu is tofu dregs. Tofu dregs still contain relatively high macronutrients including carbohydrate, fats, and protein. However, tofu dregs are still underutilized. Indonesia is a country rich in biodiversity. Plantations that grow have a potential to provide medication and nutrition. One of them is moringa. One part of the moringa plant that has been extensively studied for its nutritional content is the leaf. The moringa leaf contains a lot of micronutrients, for instance, calcium, iron, vitamin A, vitamin B, and vitamin C. The second Sustainable Development Goals also talks to achieve food security. According to the United Nations, food security exists when all people at all times have physical and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary needs and food preference for a healthy life. There are some substances in food security. The first one is availability. The availability means there is a sufficient food both in quantity and quality. The second is accessibility. It means we have the resources to obtain the food. The third is utilization. The food usage is precise according to its nutritional content. And the last one is stability. To be a food secure, we must have to access the food at all times. It's not dependent to an economic or climate changes. Tofu dregs and moringa leaves meet the criteria for food security requirements. Everybody can access tofu and moringa plant in Indonesia. The tofu production and moringa growth are not dependent to climate changes or sudden shock of economic crisis. Therefore, the combination of tofu dregs, which contain a lot of macronutrients, and moringa leaf, which rich of micronutrients, can be an appropriate nutritional food combination and can be our way to reduce poverty and prevent stunting to achieve the first and second Sustainable Development Goals. Stunting is a serious problem. No child should left behind. Let's take a part to eradicate stunting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.